So all of you already studied the 8051 architectures. So let us discuss some basic things and then I will move forward for the advanced topics. So the first topic is a review of 8051. It means regarding 8051, you have to understand all the things. Okay, so first I will discuss about the features of 8051. So features is 4 kilobytes internal ROM, 120 bytes internal RAM, 4 8-bit input output ports, 16-bit timers and counters, 1 serial interface. Anyway, without memory you can't do, but you know in microcontrollers, memory is already inbuilt on the same IC or same chip. Okay, so the capacity of memory will be fixed at the time of manufacturing the ICs. So this 8051 having 4 different ports. Wherever you can connect any internal device or external device. Okay, so that port is named as P0 to P3. It means P0, P1, P2, P3. These four ports having 8 bit of size. What is the meaning? The port 0 is having 8 bit, port 1 is having 8 bit, port 2 is having 8 bit, port 3 is having 8 bit. So it means with the help of port 0, port 1, port 2 or port 3, you can send the 8-bit data or you can transmit the 8-bit data. Okay. So what is the meaning of 8-bit data? So 8-bit data means you understand that 8 different lines. So if you are considering 8 different lines, it means that it will start from the P 0.1, P 0.2, P 0.3, P 0.4, P 0.5, P 0.6, P 0.7. So in this way, there are totally 8 different pins is there. So now if you are connecting 8 different pins for the same thing for port 1, if you are if you are separating the pins, you can tell P1.0, 1.2, 1.1, 1.2, 1.3, 1.4, 1.5, 1.6, 1.7, 1.7. Okay. So in this way, we categorize the port of individual pins. So it means that whenever you see the ICs, in the ICs, you can get the port 0 having 8 different pins, port 1 having 8 different pins, port 2 having 8 different pins, port 3 having 8 different pins. So total 8, 8 4 ja 32. So 32 pins is dedicated for the input output device. You can connect any input output device with these 32 pins. Okay. So after that having some port, let us consider any port is there, some ports or some pins having a some functionality. जैसे में क्या होता है कि मान लो कि पोर्ट 3 है, तो पोर्ट 3 का कुछ ऐसा पिंस है जो डेडिकेटेड फंक्शंस के लिए यूज होता है. ठीक है, तो उसको हम क्या करते हैं, एज ए इनपुट आउटपुट भी यूज कर सकते हैं और एज ए डेडिकेटेड फंक्शन यूज भी कर सकते हैं. ओके. The next is 16-bit timers and counters. You know that 8051 is of 8-bit microcontroller, so there are timers and counters available that is a 16-bit. So what you will do, you can divide this 16-bit means this timer into 2 different parts. Okay, that is called timer lower byte, timer lower byte that is denoted as TL, timer higher byte that is denoted as TH. So this is of 8-bit and this is of 8-bit. So total 16-bit. Since at a time you can't access the 16-bit data with 8051 microcontroller. Why? Since it is a 8-bit microcontrollers. Okay. So the next is one serial interface. Let us consider you can connect any input device or any output device through the pins, but for sending the data you need a serial interface. Okay, so for that purpose, for transferring the data or sending the data from one place to another place or one device to another device, it is needed serial interface. Okay, so now you can see that in case of 8051, the 8089C51 12PC is widely used for the commercial purposes. Okay, so this is the microcontroller's name. Now you can understand 8051 is a architectures, not a microcontrollers. Okay, with the help of 8051 architectures, several companies manufactured several ICs, several different types of microcontrollers. Okay, so generally for the 8051, we can tell that 8089C51 12PC will be used. So first you have to understand what is the meaning of 8089C51 12PC. So now the first thing is called 80. This is indicating by the manufacturer companies. So this is a Atmel Corporation. This IC is manufactured by Atmel. Okay. So now the next is this 89 series is there. No need to worry about that. Again C indicates that it is manufactured based on the CMOS technology. Already all of you have studied that about CMOS transistors. Okay, so at the base of CMOS transistors, this IC will be manufactured. Now this A51 is indicating that this belongs to the 8051 family. It means that the architectures of this microcontroller is of 8051. Okay, so now this 12 includes that what is the frequency of this ICs or what is the frequency of this controller. So 12 it means 12 megahertz frequency. If it is a 9, so you can understand 9 megahertz, 8 megahertz. So it will show that different varieties of the frequencies. Now next P is used for plastic DIP packets. Okay, so plastic DIP packets, and C indicates that it is commercial use. So generally, if you are going to buy 8051 microcontrollers, you can get this ICs named as. Okay, you know that whenever we will design any controllers or any microcontrollers, that particular microcontrollers is not used for commercial purposes. Okay, after testing and after finishing all the things, the company will launch for the commercial use. Okay, so this is the abbreviation of 8051 IC. Now you can see the basic details of that, basic things of the 8051. So whatever I discussed in the features, you can see in the block diagram itself. Now you can start from there. Let us consider this is a CPU. Okay, CPU having processor units. These all are inbuilt on the same ICs. Same ICs having 40 pins. Okay. Now CPU. So CPU used for the processing. If you give any operation, if you give any task, then the processor will execute the task. Again, OSC. This is oscillator. The oscillator is used for the providing frequency to the microcontrollers. Whenever you can see the ICs, there are 2 pins are there. In the 2 pins, you have to connect the oscillator. Without generating the frequency, you can't able to use the ICs. Okay. So we will see in the next slide. Don't worry. Next is a bus control. If you want to send the data, if you want the transmit the data, you can use it. Or let us consider if you are connected any device with this controller, then you can control that device by this bus. Okay. There are 4 input output ports are available. So 4 input output ports that is named as P0, P2, P1, P3. Okay. So this is P0 and P1. This is not continuous P0 to P1. Why? When you will see in the pin diagrams, you can easily identify why this name is written like that. So this pins is used for the either sending the address or sending the data, or you can connect any input output devices. Okay. Now you can see this line is thicker. So this line is thicker. It means that the telling P0 is having more than 1 bit. Already I told P0, whatever ports is there, P0, P1, P2, P and P3, this is of 8 bit. So it means 8 different lines. That's why it is not indicated like this. Okay. Again, serial communication. One serial interface, that is for transmitting the device data and for the receiving the data. If you connected this controller with a device, input device, you can receive the data from input device, and for the output device you can transmit the data. Okay. There are 2 dedicated timers are there, timer 1 and timer 2. So timer 1 and timer 2 I already discussed. This timer is of 16 bit. So already use TL and TH, higher byte and lower byte. So whenever you are using see timer 1, there are 2 timers. So this is timer 0 and timer 1. So this is a TL0, lower byte of the timer 0 and higher byte of the timer 0, TH0. Again same way TL1 and TH1. So this is used for the timer 1. So, timer 1 of lower byte and timer 1 higher byte. Okay. So in this way you can use these 4 different registers value for assessing the timer. Okay. If you want to assess the timer, you can use it. Whenever I will discuss in the experiment number 2, I will tell you that what is the use of TL0 and TH0 in details. Okay. Now the memory 128 bytes RAM is available and 4 kilo ROMs are there. Interrupt control, for any external interrupts, there are pins, some pins are defined. Okay. That is called INT0, INT0 and INT1. There are 2 external interrupts are there. Okay. I will tell you which pins are there. If you want to connect any interrupt, then you can use this pin. So this is a fixed pin. Okay. So this is all about the architectures of 8051. Now you can see with respect to these Venn diagrams. Now you can see I already told you the series is P0, P2, P1, P3. Okay, you can check it out here. Now you can see that what is the conditions P0 and P2. It means that these 2 pins are having one side of IC and P1 and P3 is having another side of ICs. Now let us check it out. See there, port 1 and port 3 having one side. What about port 0 and having port 2 which is another side. So this is 2 in the similar case and this is similar. That's why it is written P0, P2, P1 and P3. So this is the logic is that you need not write anything like P0, P1, P2, P3. You can't able to write. It's not a good. Okay. So now you can see there are having some pins Port 1, you can consider about port 1. Port 1 is vacant. So you can use these 8 pins for any purposes. No problem what is the case. Okay. Now you can see port 2. This port 2 used written as A8, A9, A10, A11, A12, A3, A14, A15. What is the meaning? It is used for the address only. But you know, address is of 16 bit. But 8 bit is written with the help of port 2. And what about 8 bit? It is written from the port 0. So when you are combining these two ports, you can get the 16 bit data. So that 16 bit is used for the address. So A represents for the address. Now you can see from port 0 it is written AD0, AD1, AD2, AD3, AD4, AD5, AD6, AD7. So what is the meaning? This represents address or data. Address or data. Okay, it means that you can use port 0 as an address or as a data. It means you can send the address or you can send the data. But with the help of port 2, you can't able to send the data. Okay. So now you can see the port 3.0. So port 3.0 having a specific purpose like RST TXT. So if you want to use the receiver and transmitted data, then you can use P3.0 and 3.1. Same way, these 3.2 and 3.3, these two used for the interrupt, external interrupts. So the pin 3.2, pin 3.3 is dedicated for the interrupt that is called INT0 and INT1. This bar is taken, it means that this pins is of active low signals. Okay. So again, P3.4 and 3.5 is used for the timers. P3.6 is used for the read operation, write operation, and P3.7 is the read operation. So these 8 pins are dedicated for the special functions. Okay. In the block diagram, you saw the oscillator. So there are 2 pins, XTL2 and XTL1. With these 2 pins, you can connect the oscillator. Anyhow, without connecting the oscillator, this controller will not work, will not function. Okay, this is VSS ground and VCC is the power supply. So by this way, you can see that I will tell you in the short form. So these pins indicated as which one is port 0 and which one is port 1 and which one is port 2 and which one is port 3. Okay. So each port can be used as an input or output, that is bidirectional. So when whatever which कोई भी port use करना हो तो you can use it. जो पोर्ट यूज करनी है हमें प्रोग्राम में वही पोर्ट्स को हम क्या करेंगे असाइन करेंगे वैल्यू. Okay, so each port is of 8 bit. Now there are 3 pins are there. You can see ALE, PACN, EABP. Okay, so what will happen? The ALE a programmable memory. When you will use it, you can use. Let us consider C. In the block diagram, you can see how much RAMs are there, ROM are there, 4 kilobyte. 4 kilobyte if RAM are there, let us consider if you want to write the programs, you need an extra memory. Okay, so whenever you want to access the external memory, okay, then this pin is high. If this pin is low, it means that whenever you are programming EPROM, at the time of writing the programs, this is low, and whenever you want to access any external memory, then you can put high. Same way for the PACN, that is called program store enable. Okay, so this is used for the external program memory. Okay, So in the AL, with the ALE at programs, you can use the external memory, but external data memory. Do remember that. With the help of PHN, you can use external program memory. Now EA and BPP, this pin is always connected to the ground. Okay. In this 8051 ICs, you can connect to the ground whenever you are storing the program. At the time of storing program, you can connect with the ground. At the time of assessing the program, you can put 1. So whenever you are writing program, you can put 0. Whenever you are running the program, it is put 1. Whenever you will come to the college, you can see in the hardware, it will show that how it will happen. This is the practical things. Okay. So now you can see this is the port 3 alternate functions. What is the functions? This P3.0 and 3.1 is used for the serial communication. This serial communication is serial input port and serial output port, that is receiver and transmitter. Okay. So P3.2 and 3.3, it is used for the external interrupt. INT 0 indicates external interrupt 0, INT 1 is external interrupt 1. Up now 3.3 and 3.3, port 3.2 and port 3.3 is dedicated for the interrupts, external interrupt. So it's not the meaning you can connect anywhere. P3.3 and P3.3 को छोड़ के कहीं भी हम interrupt नहीं connect कर सकते हैं. If you connected the interrupt, the controller will not able to read that. Okay, so whenever you want to use the interrupts, you have to use P3.2 and P3.3. I will discuss in the lab. Okay, so now the same way P3.4 and P3.5, these two pins is dedicated for the timers. Timer 0 external input and timer 1 external input. Okay, same way 3.6 is used for the written purpose and 3.3 is a read purpose. So whenever you want to write in external memory and when you want to read the external memory, at the time you can use the P3.6 and P3.7.